Hey everybody, this is Jason with Jace Reardon Kayaking. On today's episode, we're going to do something what I'm calling the FFR. That's not the forward-facing sonar that's such a hot topic right now. No, this is the actual forward-facing rod holder. I have an Old Town Sportsman 120 PDL that I fish out of for like Flatwater, and it has a forward-facing rod holder, and I use it all the time, guys, for tying, untying, removing my fish. So I'm like, we got to get one here on this RVR 119. So I started kind of thinking that way, try to get one installed. And what I'm going to do is take advantage of this front Skeg Plate. You kind of see over my shoulder here, I've already got it installed. So sit back and let's get into the build. All right, so as you can see, I took a piece of cardboard, I traced out the Skeg Plate to get my measurements to figure out exactly how I wanted this laid out. Now you can go back in the video and pause that to get those measurements, but basically from each side there is 55 millimeters to the center. And then from the right side where the anchor wizard is, it's 44 millimeters, and this comes to the center of this 2-inch hole I created for this flush mount rod tube, and then I've elongated it towards the center of the plate. That way the flush rod tube would sit exactly where it needed to. Just laying out here the Mighty Mount to make sure it's going to look right with what I'm got in mind, and pretty happy with what I've got. So we're going to take this over to the scroll saw, and basically I put some painter's tape on the Skeg Plate and then just traced out that circle and created myself a center hole, ran my blade through the center, and just taking my time. Once again, guys, these scroll saws are phenomenal for these kind of projects. Drop the speed down to about a medium to medium high speed to cut this material. It's pretty soft, so it cuts really easily, and took some time, got the hole cut out, and then once we got that hole cut out, I was able to take it over back to the RVR and test fit it. Okay, so as you can see here, guys, we've got our plate cut out. Again, this is a skid plate, and I'll let you know too. So when I was up at Big Adventures and picking up the Bonafide RVR, they sell these plates, and I went ahead and picked up an extra one just in case I messed this up during the video today. But I think it cost me like 18, maybe 20 bucks. But anyway, so using that scroll saw, man, that thing just, it's a lifesaver. So as you saw, I was able to get my hole cut out nice and perfect for what we needed for this build. So we're going to test fit this. We're going to lay it in place here, and then we'll take our flush mount rod tube. Now, guys, this right here, and I'll link all this stuff in the video. This is actually an Old Town Kayak rod tube. I have two Old Town Sportsman 120 PDLs. Love those rod tubes. They're a little deeper than some of the ones you get on Amazon, so I went ahead and ordered one specifically for this build from them. And so we've got a Old Town flush mount rod tube on a Bonafide RVR 119. Anyway, we'll slip this in here and just kind of check things out. And man, that's perfect. It's going to sit right there where we want, nice and flush to the end. And then it's going to allow us to take this 6-inch Mighty Mount and add it right behind here just for extra track storage. Not sure what I want to put here yet, if anything, but if I do, I've got that option. So we'll speed things up. Just putting the Skeg Plate back in place on the kayak using my drill. Again, always remember to turn your drill settings down with the torque. That way you don't overstrip your holes in the plastic, and then hand tighten them the rest of the way. What we'll do is we'll install this flush mount tube again. And now we'll just kind of eyeball where we want to have this setting. And we'll do some screws here to start, we'll start some pilot holes here to screw in the screws that will attach this rod tube. So again, just getting it where I want it, trying to eyeball it. We'll set this first screw up front because I don't want this part to move. Kind of want this to be exactly where I got it. All right, and we'll set this screw into place. Use the old handy dandy handheld screwdriver. Draw that down nice and tight. And then we'll kind of line this up again. Have it seated where we like. Alright guys, so I failed to install this cap here by Bradgett Designs. Brad designed these for the Old Town Sportsman line, and it's for the flush tube rod holders here that we're using. So I'm going to be installing one here as well. You'll note the really cool looking graphic there for the logo, hopefully. A little bit biased to that. I designed that for Brad myself. So anyway, we'll get this installed. And if you guys don't have any kind of caps for your rod tubes, I'd highly suggest adding those if possible. Brad at Bradget Designs, he may be able to create something for you if it's something that's not an Old Town. Just reach out to him. He's really great about helping people out. Anyway, we'll get that snugged up there. And this thing, man, when it's on there, it's perfect. Listen, hear that snap? It's just like a Pringle. Okay, so we're going to install this 6-inch Mighty Mount here. Again, I have nothing specific in mind for this, but I did just want to have an extra rail here on the side, just in case I want to install or whatever type of accessory. So we'll do a pilot hole here for the screws. Again, this is an 1/8-inch drill bit, and we'll get this installed. Okay, so set the first 2 screws in place here. We'll go ahead and tap out the other 4 holes. Again, we'll just speed things up here. We're just tapping these holes here to set these screws to hold this Mighty Mount in place. So we'll finish tightening these down, get them set in place. All right, let's do a dry fit, guys. Going to be using my daughter's Paw Patrol rod to test this tube out for the first time. She's 5, guys. Asks me every day, Daddy, we're going kayaking. Kid absolutely loves kayaking, and a buddy of mine, he actually gave her this Paw Patrol rod and reel. She's a big Paw Patrol fan. So anyway, we're going to pop it in here just for giggles and just see what we got. And there you go. So this is going to work perfect. The anchor wizard's not going to be affected at all. So that's it, guys. That is the installation of the FFR. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today. I did want to give a shout out to the Bearded Paddler. You asked me early on, is this something that would be possible? And I told you I had asked Big Adventures, and Lucas over there confirmed it. So here you go. Yes, it is possible. So go ahead and get you one installed on that beautiful camouflage RVR you've got up there. And anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment to like the video and share it with your friends on social media. And as always, get out there on the water and make some memories.